the corner and I'll be Speedy up in this
I love the ricochet.
Thanksgiving. How do you spell pune?
It's Real Live with Speedy and Friends, and I be
Loud as hell. Shit. Speedy.
Up in this.
Itch. Can make me deaf. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what the?
I got if I make you deaf.
Huh?
Anyway, and else we got
Shelly Rio.
behind the glass curtain, the one, the only, the Honorable Nick Shaw.
How come you say it for him? Why doesn't he say his own name?
Cause you can't see. That's the thing, Shelly. When you on, you ain't gotta say your own name. Let the people brag for you. You can't call yourself the Honorable. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad never got up and said, "I am the Honorable." You can't do that. I gotta stay humble. You know, I didn't give myself that name. Now, shout out to Sky.
You
I didn't give it to him either, man. That's what's on the Instagram. It is Monday, bitches.
Yeah.
Shit going. It's going down. Shelly thought my hands were creepy.
Creepy or greasy dirty? Oh, that hand. I thought you meant your real hands. Because they were puffy, powder, orange. No? Okay.
Anyway, I found those at IKEA.
But
I thought they were kind of dope.
What is the purpose of it?
I like them. It's all that matters. And then he's looking like him.
Oh, wait. What the hell is that? I didn't even notice that thing. Like, what?
Well, I was going to do it like an elf on the shelf. I was supposed to change the position of it.
Elf on a shelf.
This is when we were gone, so I'm going to change the position because I forgot to do it.
You should have did Stitch on a shelf.
You should make him pop lock and just change it.
But he has no face.
I'll make a face on him.
Yeah, we're going to paint it.
And is that a man? Or that's not a man or a woman.
I'm gonna make it a
What are
basketball
those
player.
called?
I don't know.
If you're not a man or a woman, what are you called?
A man or a woman.
No. What are you,
Hermaphrodite.
no, not hermaphrodite is man and a woman. No, what's the new age term for like
I don't know.
people that don't identify as a boy or
Crazy
girl?
people. A man or a woman.
Shelley's.
No,
call them Shelley?
there's
I'm
a
so
word
confused.
for
We'd
it.
call them- yeah.
I'm so
that would be a
confused.
good word.
I'm so
Yeah, I don't-
There's
I
a
don't-
word
I
for
don't-
it.
Chat room.
But that's
chime
what that
in.
is.
We don't know.
Non-gender.
Yeah, non-gender.
I don't know.
Well, that's not a thing, Shelly. So it's not a.
He's not a person.
It's not a real thing. So that's the only way you can be non-binary or non-gender.
Oh,
He's going up for a
binary.
dunk. That's a dunk.
You said a duck?
Dunk.
Oh, dunk. But shouldn't his hand be like this?
Watch your tone.
Okay.
That's a shot. Anyway, the number to call into is 818-914-4087. And if it's your first time listening to the show, we do have a comedy cruise coming up on July 30th through August 2nd, going to Ensenada, Mexico,
Ensenada.
out of Long Beach. And you'll be able to fly in town. We got a hotel. Just in case people need a hotel, we reserved some rooms for a few people if you need that. Also, too, it's just a $50 registration fee to get the ball rolling.
Deposit. Yes.
Deposit to get the ball rolling. We would like to have as many as we can in before February 1st.
The sooner
That
the
way
better.
that we can start locking down the place where we're going to hold the event. So the more people that get aboard, we get a bigger room. If you don't have that many people, they give you a little small room. We don't want a little small room. So get in there. We love for all the fans and all the people who enjoy the show. We have comedy going down. We got 2 different comedy shows. Blue will be performing. We got a blue pajama jam where everybody has to wear some shade of blue. I said if we get everything locked in before the 1st, I will wear.
No. You said if we get 10 people to put
10 was it by Friday?
by this Friday, yeah. And
10
so
people to-
far, I think we have 2 or 3.
I think it's 3.
3.
And people are, chiming in. Yeah, I want to do it. So here's your chance. Get in there and do it. I will wear a one-piece onesie.
Dude, I saw the best onesie. It's not blue.
Matter of fact,
But I saw the best onesie.
I'll
for
even
you
go
to
this
wear.
far. I'll let you pick it.
It has to be blue, though?
That's what I just called
No,
the blue
you guys,
pajama jam.
I know, but I saw the cutest Winnie the Pooh onesie. I said,
I will
Speedy
not.
should totally wear this.
I will
You
not.
would fit perfect in it.
No.
And it was really
Not gonna
cute. So cute.
You
So
sprayed
cute.
material blue.
Oh, maybe we could put a blue shirt on him instead of red. That would work. You should totally
There it
wear
is there. 10 people.
Will you wear slippers too? Oh, Cookie Monster. We could do like a Cookie Monster onesie. That would be so cute.
Maybe I shouldn't let you pick it.
It's blue. Cookie Monster's blue. Blue.
Maybe. That may be a stretch right there.
That would be fun. But you know what else? I'm excited. So I know I've been having this phobia of this ship, boat, whatever. But so after watching the video, how about they have a rum bar? I'm like, I'm totally going to be there the whole weekend.
You like rum?
I do, but it's a rum bar, so there's like all these different types of rum.
So there's clear rum and there's dark rum, right?
Yes.
And you
But
do,
I usually only drink Malibu rum. Here, I don't
Yeah.
know what you have here. I've been drinking whatever that is.
well, I didn't know to Captain. Was it Captain whatever it is?
Morgan?
Morgan. I didn't know that was rum.
It is? I did not know it either.
Yeah, Captain Morgan is rum.
But Parrot Bay rum is good.
What is it?
Parrot Bay?
Parrot.
Parrot Bay.
Yeah, put the T on there.
And
you said
Malibu
parrot.
rum. I heard they have rum tastings. Maybe they have it on the ship. I'm so excited. I have something to look forward to.
So
and
Shelly would be fucked up on the ship. just
and
so you know.
then they have 24-hour food all night, which
Yes,
I had
all
no
night.
idea.
Yes.
So I'm like, they have pizza, which is my favorite, which I probably should
all
eat.
and I mean all night, all morning.
And they have Mexican food. And I'm like, I love tacos. So I'm so excited.
Well, we are going into.
So I'm like, at least I know I'll be good eating and drinking, if anything. So I'm excited.
yeah, I guess you.
Because I'm like, if you don't have good food, then I'm like,
Yeah, and it'll be a lot of fun. You guys really going to enjoy it. And plus, we get to kick it with the fans, and y'all get to kick it with us. And there'll be a game night that Shelly is going to be constructing. And also, they're going to be work out with Alice. Get that ass
And
right.
I think they had 2 gyms on there, too. I said, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a boat, Shelly.
So? What's that supposed to mean?
That's why black people need to get out more. Even black and half white people need to get out more.
I actually was, after watching the video, I was like, is 3 days even enough time to tour this whole boat? Like, I didn't realize how big it was. It's
Well,
like
you don't
really big.
You don't walk around the boat looking because most of it are rooms, but the top, the 2 levels are the different clubs. They have different clubs. They're going to have a comedian on the boat as well, but you know.
No, but it's a lot of rooms because I think they had like 14 tiers. I don't want to say tiers. So they showed from 14 all the way down to 8, and 8 started the rooms. So I was like, dang, from 8 to 14. That's like a lot of levels to just have stuff to do.
Yeah,
with the pool.
you want to be closer to the top because when it's time to leave, you're going to want to not have to wait on that elevator. And when it's time to leave, you just want to get off the boat because you're like, okay, cool, I'm ready to go home. I had a great time. It's fantastic. But now just getting off the boat is going to be such tedious. It's going to be getting on is kind of a little bit tedious as well because you have to go through all these security points.
Dude, Nakia said that if you go to Puerto Rico or the Caribbean on a cruise, they have rum tours, and she did a Bacardi one. Oh my God.
Now you
but
cruise.
what if I actually enjoy this cruise so much that that's all I want to do is go on cruises?
Yeah, well, Tony's in trouble because knowing you'll go by yourself.
No, I don't want to. Well, I don't know.
See, look at that.
I might die. I don't know.
No, nobody wants you. My daughter and her friend are always like, Dad, did you hear about the sex trafficking and then people are getting kidnapped? I'm like, it ain't going to be you. Trust me. That's people in a whole nother country. Nobody wants you.
Well, you never know.
Nobody want my baby. I just want her. Anyway, it is Monday. It is now time for, we don't have it. I'm sorry. We're supposed
We
to
say
already.
this every
We're
week.
supposed to have the music. And what is 8 going to make the music or not? I know he's coming today. You're shaking your head, bro. Come on, you gotta turn your mic on.
I know these some Cheetos. I don't want to talk with.
The motherfuckers is fire. I can't stop.
You should.
Okay. Is he gonna do the intro for her?
Yeah, but it requires some communication. You gotta let them know.
I thought I did.
Listen, we have a whole 2 weeks off from the show. We should get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, you just gotta let them know what type of.
Well, Shelly, you need to let him know how you. I don't want to just come up with a song. You're like, I don't like that.
I mean, it's a beat, though, really, not a song, right?
Well, I mean, it's
I don't know.
yeah. Somewhere it's got to say like Shelly Rio, something like that.
I mean, I'm not that creative.
Figured that. That's why
I'm
thought I
creative with
should
my
do it.
hands, but
Well, anyway, it is now time for the Rio Report, starring.
Shelly Rio. It sounds like a murder music.
That's how I feel when you about to do your report.
That I'm going to murder you?
Yeah, hold
What
on.
about this? You like that one? No, I'm trying to.
Play it again.
I'm trying to get you some real
Play it
news.
again. Nick, play it again. It is now time for the Shelly Rio Report, starring. Some more.
Perfect.
I don't really like it.
All right, let's go.
I don't know.
Some more.
So my first story, I love the Hallmark Channel. So the Hallmark Channel is like
I will
the
not.
best around the
No
holidays.
dude should be watching the Hallmark Channel.
Yes, you should.
There's
especially
no
if you're
shows on there
married.
that's catered
It's
to
so
us.
lovey-dovey. But so the Hallmark Channel decided to pull all advertisements featuring same-sex couples on their network because they feel like their network is geared towards families. because it's a family station. So the Hallmark Channel has
You
like
can't make no family with two of the same sex.
so
Good point.
they made a decision to pull anything that featured same-sex couples in their commercials.
I only see maybe 1 or 2 commercials that had that.
Well, there was a lot of backlash, and so of course people said they're going to boycott the channel, and so now they reversed their decision and they're apologizing and putting those commercials back on their network.
Shout out to white people.
But you know what? I'm like, if you feel
Their boycotts are just totally
Isn't
different. than
isn't
ours.
that bullying? Like
If
if
you
I
boycott?
if I have a TV station, okay, and I mean I can dictate what I put on my TV station.
right.
All the stations should not be the same.
I mean, they shouldn't, right?
Yeah, we don't need to see the same thing on every station. If somebody has a station where they say, "Hey, this is for families,
Right.
not for what y'all doing," there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I'm like, if people are really boycotting, are they really going to boycott it? Because people that do watch Hallmark are watching it for specific shows that they air. And I'm like, I don't care what you're advertising on here. Like, I want to watch my Hallmark movies.
Yeah,
so I'm like, I
don't
don't think it should really matter. Like, if they pull the commercials, and oh well, you're going to lose a couple of
No respect
people
for
that-
Hallmark now. Y'all some suckers.
I don't know. I was like, that's stupid.
Y'all suck.
I think they still would have did fine had they not put them back on. But it is what it is. So my next little tidbit of news. Y'all remember George Zimmerman?
Yeah.
I'm sure you remember him.
Nobody tried him yet?
No, but apparently he's suing Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million.
Yeah. It's just
Go figure.
There's just something you do.
I mean, I just don't understand, like...
Because he wants to be relevant. You want somebody to
Right,
know
but
who
do you
he
think
is.
he's going to win?
No. There's no basis. There's not even a situation where he can go to court. Because what does it say he's suing them for? Defamation? Can't be.
Yeah.
No, he shot their kid.
I know, but everything that was... The reason that he's saying he shot them and the reason why the world, I guess, is saying he shot them are two different stories. So he feels is defamation of character because that was not his
Yeah,
intention.
he just probably broke. But then too, if you get a lawyer from any walk of life, pretty much, he'll find somebody to go, okay, I'll take that case, and it's going to be on TV. It's going to be
I'm
publicized.
going to be mad if he wins, though, because that's...
No, he's not going to win.
no.
It's not even going to get that far. Trust me. I'm just.
I mean, I hope so. I hope you're right. For once, I'm going to
I'm
say...
always right, baby girl.
You can't say always. You're not always right.
The majority of the time.
But in other news, you know how we all love Trump.
Who?
Not really.
Trump? Chump? Just call him Chump.
Yeah.
President Chump.
And like I understand he's going through, this whole impeachment thing and is
Good.
going to happen. I don't know. But what I know is going to happen is he decided that he's going to change the food stamps.
Oh, yeah. 700,000 people will be affected.
Yes. And they will lose their food stamps.
Yeah.
So
Is
basically,
it lose or
pretty much lose.
reduction?
No, lose. So, and this takes effect April 1st. So it's already gone through. And so basically, they're going to be taking the food stamps away from people that are ages 18 to 49 who are childless and not disabled, which I think is unfair because there's some 19, 20-year-olds, kids in college, maybe, 40-plus-year-olds that are old and, whatever their reasoning is that they're on food stamps are not going to be able to get it.
700,000 people.
Now he's saying you're required to work at least 20 hours a week for more than 3 months over a 36-month period to qualify, which I'm like, if they had a job and could work for 3 months, I don't think they would need food stamps. Like, food stamps is just a temporary thing for you. So if you guys
But
are on
again,
food stamps,
those are people he feels weren't going to vote for him anyway. One thing you have to understand about this President Trump is that people who didn't vote for him, he's going to make sure whatever in your life is hard, it's going to be harder. Because he figured, like, you didn't vote for me, so there's no need for me to cater to you or to put any programs that's going to help benefit your life when you didn't even vote for him, which is, it should be okay for somebody not to vote for you and you don't take it out on them because they didn't vote for you.
right?
I feel Trump on that, but I think this food stamp bill that they passed, I think it's going to be retracted pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because the majority of the people that are on food stamps is middle America, which is majority white people.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those people have people that are connected in those realms.
Mm-hmm.
So once I think this affects them, and it doesn't necessarily affect the people he think it's going to affect on the masses,
Which is black and Latino.
Right.
right, then I think it's going to, they're not going for that.
Because they're looking at, it's some people out there that's
Imagine how many little white
Working
kids that
system.
send their kids, the parents that send their kids to school
Mhm.
that are on food stamp. They're not finna.
And you said, what was the criteria again? You said
Wait.
single,
This is 18 to 49 with no children and no disability.
no children, no disability.
Will get cut.
So it's just that person that's on So
Right.
able-bodied person, wouldn't got food stamps.
Right.
Well, we're about to find out.
I think all Black and Latinos should get free food stamps. Nigga.
It's all black. and-
Whether
Here's
you
the
work,
thing is,
whether you working or not. Nigga.
there's a lot of like rich Jewish people that are on food
And I
stamps.
think all white and
Those
Jewish
people
people
are the
should not
ones that
get
should be
food stamps. Nigga.
Yeah.
not getting them.
Well, we'll see in a second. But apparently it doesn't affect us. If I was on, it wouldn't affect me. It wouldn't affect you. It wouldn't
Well,
affect.
I mean, yeah, I
'Cause
guess
you
because we
have
have
kids,
kids,
yeah.
but like if my older son, I mean, he's not on food stamps, but if he needed to be on them, like he can't get them, like that makes no sense.
Yeah. If he needed them, and that does help out a little bit.
But then they should, if they're really going to go through this, which they looks like they are, then they should at least exclude the kids that are in college or
That's what needed more is kids in college.
that's what I'm saying. Like they should be able to get it, but
Yeah.
if they don't have a job, they can't get it. So I'm
But
like,
they are voters, so be careful what you do. What you wish for there, President Trump. What else you got?
Nikita talking about abusing the system. What are you talking about?
no, some people do abuse it.
Yeah.
I
The
the
agree,
system
but not.
abused the people.
Yeah.
I'm not sticking up for the system.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Forget
No.
that shit.
For the amount of people that's probably sliding over,
Yeah, forget
as
that
opposed
shit.
to the
Y'all
ones
crazy.
who really need it, who's gonna split those hairs?
Forget
Just
it.
let it go. man.
Listen, let's do a reality. This country was built off of blood and slavery of people.
Mhm.
So if people need free money, give them motherfuckers the
Yeah.
bread. It ain't that big of a deal. We spend billions of dollars
Reparations.
on killing people every year.
Mhm.
We could feed people that don't, can't necessarily feed themselves. Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Right. So what? I'm sorry. So before I get off that subject, also a lot of homeless people that are on the streets, at least out
Yeah,
here,
they
have
don't
food
take-
stamps. So I'm
yeah.
like, what's gonna happen to them? Like, how are
They
they?
don't
supposed
have
to
no
eat?
kids, or they do. They probably didn't put it on that paperwork.
Right. So like that's it's
So
affecting
that's
more
what's gonna.
than-
But those are people who don't vote. So again, his mindset is if you didn't vote for me or you didn't vote at all, how about this? Because you're not going to affect what's going on regardless.
He's
And
annoying.
until they
He thinks
change
he's solving a problem.
at some point they got to change the system of this electoral college vote and just let it be a popular vote to be president.
Well, speaking of voting, with I can't say Wisconsin. Am I saying it right?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I'm not good at pronouncing certain things, as we all know. So last week, a judge ruled that more than 200,000 voters could be dropped from the state's list of registered voters.
Yeah.
So back in October, the State Elections Commission sent a letter to voters who were thought to have moved, asking them to update their registration info. Those who didn't would be removed from the voter polls in 2021. So a conservative group filed a lawsuit arguing that by law, these voters should have at least 30 days to respond. So a judge agreed. So now over 200,000 people face being purged from the Wisconsin voter polls. So clearly, this is probably something that's going to be helping Trump, I'm guessing, which is why they're doing this, which is stupid.
Anything with voting, anything with taking shit away, he thinks it's helping him, so he's gonna do it. What else you got, Shelly Real?
Wait, before we get off of that, did you guys see? So once the news came out that Trump might be impeached, a couple of news channels went around interviewing a bunch of people about the situation. And the common thing was that they think it's going to be a civil war.
No.
And well, you saying no, but this is what the people who they were asking on the street were saying.
okay.
That they think that,
Actually, I think I did see that.
yeah, that most Americans who voted for Trump are not going to just allow this to happen.
Right, but then they were saying that I saw something like, but when the people that didn't vote for Trump, like we didn't say we're gonna, start a war, or, like do whatever if he becomes.
I don't think he's going to get impeached. I think they just want to muddy the water so that when it comes time to vote, that you're definitely not going to vote for him because all the stuff that's going to be revealed about it. I think trying to impeach him doesn't help what Democrats are trying to do. They're trying to win the office so they can change things. They can put him in jail and all the people that roll with him. And if you impeach him, that means that Pence would become president and he would pardon Trump of any charges that would go against him. So you don't want that. You really want him to lose office, even though I think he's not going to walk out that office. I don't see him showing up to the inauguration and shaking hands and turning over power to whoever wins because he's going to say the shit is rigged, which at the time he said it the last time he was running, we didn't know that he knew it was already rigged. He kept saying, well, they was like, well, if you lose, are you going to concede to Clinton? He was like, no, if I lose, the shit is rigged. We didn't know the shit was really rigged.
Right.
That's why he was like,
Everything's rigged.
that's why he's like, no, if I lose, this shit rigged. because he already knew it was rigged. So there was no way so if he knew that, he was going to open the curtains on everything. And I think he's one of those kind of people that would just take this country down to the ground if he lost. And he would probably not leave office. He would just stand there and just stay in the office and just say, well, whatever, nigga.
He crazy.
Be a king.
So for all my
Just an
people
opinion.
that have the Ring camera, which is the little ring you usually see, it's a camera that you usually see outside someone's house. It's a doorbell. You ring it.
the
They
ring
can see
door.
you. Yeah. You can talk through it. Some people use this Ring camera inside their homes. And so a man hacked a Ring camera in an 8-year-old girl's bedroom, taunting her, saying that he was Santa Claus. So the Tennessee family said someone hacked the camera in their child's room, and they put it in there to keep an eye on their daughter. And a few days later, they said a stranger gained access to the device. And so in the
That was
video,
somebody they knew. Trust me.
in a video, from the Ring device, a child standing in the room asked, "Who is that?" And the man responded, "He's her best friend. I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?" he says. The terrified girl screamed for her mom, and the hacker also played music for the girl and instructed her to mess up her room and break up her television. He said, "You can do whatever you want."
I'm going to go on a limb and say this is a white kid.
Yes. So the girl's mother said that the daughter obviously was terrified, and he could have been watching her changing or sleeping or whatever he was doing. So you guys be very careful.
I didn't know you could I guess you could put the ring in the house. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't go in people's houses to notice it, but I usually see it outside the house.
But that would have to be someone they know. Or the
mean,
person
I don't
who,
know.
maybe the person who put the ring on the house.
Well, no, you can do it yourself. Like you can order.
You still got to
Amazon.
call into
But
somewhere.
Ring is saying that they're still investigating and that there's been no breach on their end, and so they're trying to figure out like what happened.
Oh, maybe it's just
Right.
You think the story is real?
Yeah, because they said earlier in the month a Florida family also said someone hacked their Ring device and were spewing racial slurs at their 15-year-old son. So, I mean, anything that has to do being streamed through the internet, where you can watch your Ring camera, like can get hacked. So, like, if your computer can get hacked, anything that's on your computer can get hacked, which would be your cameras. So you got to be careful.
Well, guess I ain't getting a ring.
But I'm like, you could put it outside. Like, obviously, someone's stealing your packages or, whatever.
But here's my thing: if somebody take my package and I ain't home, what am I really do?
You get your money back at least.
Oh, they'll give you back the money if you show that it got stolen.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you have proof. Because for Amazon, when you deliver, you take a little picture and say, "Oh, I delivered it." But then they were also catching people with their Ring cameras. Were catching Amazon employees taking the picture, saying that they left it, and then the Amazon employees picking it right back up, going in the car, and going on to the next delivery. So
Oh, so let me tell you what happened. So we were editing my stand-up movie at Javon's office, which is right here on the same level we're on. And so Javon orders food. There's a bunch of people in there, so a nice amount of food. Let's just put it that way. And he had his phone on vibrate. So the guy called him twice.
right.
So once he calls twice, that's his food. So he looked at his phone. He goes, "Oh, shucks." I said, "What happened?" He said, "The guy called me twice with the food. You know what that means? He get to keep the food."
Right.
So he reorders again. And he hangs the phone up. About 15, 20 minutes later, his wife calls him and goes, "Babe, did you order some food?" He's like, "Yeah." But it's supposed to come to the office. He says, "No, you forgot to tell him because your card is connected to your house. His house is in by Magic Mountain."
Oh gosh.
So they delivered all the food that we ordered to Magic Mountain.
Damn.
So then he had to order again.
Damn.
He ordered again. And he got it wrong.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. But then there's some, because I'm like, I've driven for Uber Eats and Postmates. And,
Did you keep food?
I mean, yeah, when they're not there.
So is it 2 calls? Or just make one call?
Well, I haven't done it recently, so I
No,
don't
I'm
think they
saying when you
changed it.
did
But
it.
when I did it, there was a countdown, so you would ring the bell, whatever. Nobody answers, and you click on the app, customer not responding. So then it puts you on a timer,
Mm-hmm.
and if by the time the timer runs out, if they still haven't gotten their food, it says just throw the food out. Which clearly you don't throw it out, you keep it.
What was the best one you get?
I mean, there's been KFC, there's been pizza, which I'm like, why would you order all this, like the pizza and the chicken cutlets and all that stuff?
And you walking up with it and nobody answered.
Dude, I would hit Tony like, "Hey, did you guys eat dinner yet? Okay, well, here, I'm going to drop dinner off." But then another time, it was my first delivery, and so I didn't want to stop working. So it was like from KFC, and it was like a lot of chicken, like 4 or 5 drinks. So I just ran over, found the homeless people, and said, "Hey, you guys hungry?" They were so happy. I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I got to bless somebody."
So you got to do it one time. I sit there and wait. How long do you have to wait?
I think it was a minute.
That's it.
I think it was a minute. It might have been 2, but
It's a hell of a
definitely not
time,
more than
man.
2.
I can keep that time. I thought
Right,
it was like
but-
5 minutes or something.
But I think with DoorDash, you have to leave the food. If they don't answer, you're supposed to leave it somewhere where they can find it and just let them know.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
yeah. So there was some other crazy news this weekend. So this man that was 29 years old was hired by Wells Fargo Bank to be in charge of its cash vault, and he decided to steal $88,000.
Okay, back up again.
That's not nearly enough money.
88,000?
That's not even-
$88,000.
Okay, back up. What happened now?
A 29-year-old man was
Got it.
hired by Wells Fargo to be in charge of its cash vault.
To be in charge of his?
No, in charge of the cash vault at the bank. There's a cash vault.
Yeah,
Where
no,
the-
I used to
where
work at
the-
the bank.
yeah.
I used to work at the bank, I know.
So he was in charge of watching over it.
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere.
Well, he stole $88,000, cooked the books to cover up the theft, and then flashed the cash, jewelry, and new Mercedes on
He's
Facebook.
black. He's black.
Totally.
Of course.
He's definitely black.
Like, and he's literally
What's his name? Tyrone?
posting
Jam-
stacks of
The
cash
greatest.
in
Jamal.
his picture.
The greatest.
What's his name?
You're so funny.
When I even show me the picture, I knew he was black.
I
Rodney.
don't know, but he was an aspiring rapper.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, you should have read the
Young World.
This inspiring rapper.
With a taste of expensive clothes, jewelry, and stacks of $100 bills displayed on social media
Yeah, go to jail, nigga.
from North Carolina.
Now you're locked up. So I used to work at the bank.
What is that?
Go ahead.
I used to work at the bank. So every teller would go to the bank and count money. And the money's really, like, it will really cut your hands. You know how people do paper cuts? Like, money really cuts your
Right.
hands. So I'm in there and I'm counting, and you look around, and there's cameras everywhere, literally. And this
Right.
was back in the day. So I can imagine now. I would say it was no more than a week before they found out $80K was missing. Well,
That's crazy.
he
But
probably
who
went
posts
to.
these pictures with stacks of cash? Like, you're looking to get caught. Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Hey, see if you pull
Well,
that story up,
I
man.
think for most
I
people,
want to see it up there.
most people that I've noticed this when it comes to being a musician or an actor.
Oh, yeah.
they want the benefits of it, not the work of it, because being a rapper is not fun at all. No, I don't care what you see on TV, it ain't fun. So if you just in it for the money thing, then that makes sense. That's why most people rob a bank. Like if he was serious about being a rapper, he would have robbed the bank, started his music career,
In jail.
invested it on himself, bought some studio
Bought some
equipment.
studio time.
This nigga
Quit the
bought a
job.
chain.
and a vehicle.
I mean, he did
And
put
posted
down
it.
a cash deposit of $20,000 on the 2019 Mercedes Benz.
That's
Yeah.
it. You just waste any.
And do they get that money back?
That nigga
The
deserve
bank?
to go to jail. Oh, they gonna get their
Oh,
money.
yeah, they're going to get it back.
They gonna get their money back.
We got a
Plus,
phone
plus
call.
Yeah,
interest.
they
Caller,
gonna,
what's your name? Where you calling from? And where'd you steal money from?
First off,
Vernon.
we're going to go back a minute. Shelly, there are people who having operations for no gender.
You said they're having
Oh, it's called
operations?
No Gender.
Yeah.
You said you had an operation
I
there.
think
What?
they want to be their pronoun is they. I don't care
Nigga.
because it's fucking stupid.
He and she. nigga.
Wait, but how do you get an operation to be no gender? You still have to pee out of somewhere.
All you have to do
Shelly.
is go to a plastic surgeon.
But where do you pee out
And
of?
you
But-
can get anything you desire
Okay,
if
but
you
hold
have
on,
enough money.
Vernon. Just having genitals,
Nigga, she
right,
said
doesn't
he
make
and
you a
this.
male or a female.
That's what she
That's
said.
not what makes you
Right,
male or
but
female.
Makes you a
when
human,
pee-
I guess.
Oh, you have to pee.
What
Well,
I'm saying
what
is,
you can do is have that thing, have all of that removed, and have a slit to pee.
what if you were born
Like a vagina.
What if you were born a eunuch? Then what?
Is
Well,
it a
if you was
unit?
born that, I don't know what to tell you.
You know, or eunuch is somebody who's born without a private part.
Well, then that's what. Well, then
Right.
that's the word for
They,
it.
they have to make
No,
they have
no,
cut
no,
slit.
no. That's just a condition. You still will be a man, whether you had your private part or not. Is my point.
If this is, because see, this is where this society is going, and it's fucked up to me, where a person can say, "Well, God, you made a mistake. I don't have a sex."
God don't make mistakes.
There you go, Shelly.
Shelly, did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. I'm just saying in general, God
I
doesn't
know
make
he
mistakes.
don't. You know he don't. But we're not finna argue what somebody else think about their body. I'm not finna do it.
So you just gonna go
And
along.
I'm not gonna sit up here and call you something you're not. If you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. Now you
Right.
can take everything.
Or if you're a
off-
Vernon, you a Vernon.
Exactly.
Airball.
You can take everything off of you and be blank. I don't give a shit. You can do what
You're
you
a Ken
want to
doll.
your body.
You're a Ken doll.
Yeah, that too. Speedy.
Yes.
I have a question for you as well.
Shoot.
Is it a man code violation
Definitely.
in half.
What?
To cut a taffy apple is it a man code violation?
It's a man code violation to
taffy
say that
apple?
word.
What is a taffy apple?
You don't know what a caramel apple is?
Oh,
Caramel.
candy
nigga.
apple?
Yeah, nigga. First of all,
Wait,
taffy
why is it
apple
We
is
don't
a
call
man
it
code
a
violation.
taffy
That's a
apple,
man
brother.
code violation, nigga.
Well, it's taffy apple here. We call them taffy apples.
Stop saying that.
They have really good caramel apples at
Yeah,
Disneyland.
caramel
Yeah,
apple.
nigga. Don't ever
Or-
say.
or candy.
Why would
that
I
word.
cut it?
To eat it. Because it's
Yeah,
it's
Vernon.
messy.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
don't want to. I'm just
I'm gonna bring you
saying,
one from
I'm not talking
Disneyland
about
so you can see.
At a certain age now, people's teeth ain't as strong as they You don't want to bite in that motherfucker and then pull back and don't have no teeth.
Well, first of all, nigga, you too old to be eating a taffy anything, nigga. A taffy apple. So, Vernon, do they put? Is it just with caramel, or is it that the red candy stuff?
No,
They're all different.
The only reason why I'm asking is because they had some on QVC.
This
Oh
nigga
my
watching
God.
QVC.
You bought a taffy apple on QBC?
Oh, that look tasty.
What do you watch? Dude, okay, that's man code. No dude should be watching TBC.
QVC.
That one
Same
too.
thing. You should know the name of it. Good
Yeah,
looking.
you
Pop.
shouldn't even.
Wait. So you said QVC and HSC and a man code violation?
100.
Yes,
No,
100%.
I don't know what HSN is.
See,
I know what
I've
HNS
never been
is.
on those channels.
you ain't never been on Home
Nope.
Shopping Network.
Nope. For
My
what?
mother-in-law's a
I shop at Home Depot. Nigga. Home Shopping Network.
What are you doing, Vernon?
Okay.
Ordering taffy
Okay,
apples.
See, that's what we not.
And who orders an apple you can make in your kitchen?
Ooh, that look
No,
tasty.
I mean,
No, see,
there's
the
places that
thing
sell
is-
good
the
apples.
thing
I don't know
is-
about
hold
QVC
on,
though.
Let me give you the specifics on it before
Please.
you try to label it a man code.
It is. There ain't no label. It's on there.
Okay, you get like maybe 3 pounds of apples.
I would give a fuck if they bought a truckload of apples, nigga. You better not buy that to a taffy apple. What is wrong with you,
You
Vernon?
gonna make some taffy apple sauce.
So wait a minute. So okay. So
I gotta look this shit
a man shouldn't do it, but a kid can do it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a child, nigga. He don't know no
You
better.
a grown ass. I think about it, Vernon. Besides you, I haven't seen nobody of my age biting a taffy apple.
yeah.
Maybe because they got cuspids, ain't all layers. But I ain't seen that
I
nigga
don't
my
think
age.
anybody
by the
bites
cap.
since
Nah,
were
Pops,
pregnant.
you
have
no.
to cut it. You have
No,
to slice it.
But Pops, you right. There's an age limit on taffy apples, nigga. And it's
Yeah.
15. Nigga.
It's not taffy apples or
After
candy apples.
15, it's over, nigga.
Yeah. You shouldn't even order one. If I seen you walking around an amusement park biting a taffy apple,
You're not gonna see me walking
But you
around
can't
no
bite
car
them.
biting
Like, you
nothing.
have to cut them.
I don't even like the what's that? The pink shit with the sugar. I don't even like that.
yeah, yeah. He's talking about cotton candy.
Oh.
I don't eat that.
I haven't had cotton candy since I was 7.
Yeah, as soon as I found out cotton candy was spun sugar, nigga, I said, nah, you can't eat no spun sugar, nigga. That's soft as Dr. Scott, nigga.
You was spitting sugar.
Yeah, you spin sugar long enough, you gonna spin,
Okay,
nigga.
getting back to the original conversation.
Yeah, no, we don't eat taffy apples.
Okay,
I'm gonna bring you guys one from
but getting
Disneyland.
back to-
No,
getting
you're not.
back
They're
to
dope.
the original
So good.
conversation,
Which was?
when Trump was cutting off all these people from
Food
he's cutting
stamps.
off all
Yeah.
these people.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no
He's
taffy
doing
apples,
it to
nigga.
be just like you said, Speedy. He's doing it to be spiteful.
Yes,
He
because he's
knows
going
his
through this
term in
shit.
Office, he knows his term in office is limited, so he say, "I'm gonna try to fuck over as many people as
Mm-hmm.
possible."
It's like the girl that come over your house and she got mad at you and said you told her to get out and she started knocking shit down as she's walking out
That's
the
how I
door.
go to jail.
That's
I don't. No.
no, I'm saying you know how people knock shit down as they going out the door. That's who he's going to be. As he's going out the door, he gonna knock shit down. Yeah, all the way out. If you didn't vote for him, he gonna knock that shit down.
Cause see, this is the thing that bothers me about that. You got caught, nigga. Not only did you get caught, you got recorded asking another government to
Country.
spy and to give you secrets on your opponents for the next presidential next presidential thing.
What's wrong with
Vernon.
Now you gonna sit up here and act like, oh, I didn't say that.
Vernon.
No, we caught you.
I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I think, my opinion, but I think he was trying to get them to do that so he can go, see, I told you Russia didn't have shit to do with meddling in our elections. They're the ones who did it.
No,
Then it,
no,
listen
no,
to me,
no.
listen, boy, because they're going to find out that he's in cahoots with Russia all the way through. And so he was trying to lift all these things off of them so that they can, they can have free reign to do what the fuck they want to do.
First off, Russia don't give a shit about what the hell United States is
Yes, they
talking
do.
about anyway.
They're
because
the one who.
what's going to end up happening is that he's going to take his ass over there because he has a Trump Tower already.
Oh yeah,
scheduled to
I
go
can definitely
over
see him leaving this
Russia.
country and going to Russia. Yeah, I definitely see that.
country that just got put in. I forgot the name of the country. I don't give a shit. And told him,
Probably Taffy
hey,
Apple.
congratulations on getting in. I need you to do me a favor.
Make me some Taffy
people
Apples.
who running against me, and I need you to dig up some dirt on them so I can win the next debate.
Because the whole thing, he has to get that next term, because all these things they're going to charge him after 7 years. You can't do anything.
They finna try to lock his.
Oh yeah, he going
up.
to jail.
And the thing is that he's still saying, "Oh, I didn't do that. They lying.
Yeah.
That's fake news.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, nigga. We got you on tape. That wasn't me. Who was it?
Hey, Vernon.
What's up?
Get you some Taffy Apples, nigga.
Get you some spun sugar.
Somebody said it. If Taffy
like-
Taffy Apples had a voice, it'd sound like Vernon. Hey, y'all.
There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with a person eating a taffy.
No
Nigga,
grown ass
100%
man.
it is, nigga.
If you 35 or over, I'm sorry, you 25 over, you
Yeah.
better not bite into no taffy apple.
Yeah.
The hell is wrong with
If
you?
you bite into a sugar-coated apple,
There's no
nigga,
book too.
you need to look at yourself in the
Yeah,
mirror. nigga.
nigga, I ain't had no taffy apple since the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But see, okay.
Soft,
All right.
nigga.
I'm not gonna argue.
Because
I'm
you
not gonna
ate
let
one
you go about
yesterday,
no
that's
taffy.
why.
That's why I asked you.
Because I knew it, Vernon.
That nigga teep her right now.
I'm eating a taffy apple like, wait, well, hold on. Is this, I gotta call it.
Can Speedy see
He
me?
said, I gotta call this in. That's hilarious.
All right, Vern.
Make sure.
Bring one on the cruise.
We gotta
for
get
sure.
you.
No. You're not finna have no.
Bring one on the cruise, boy.
You're not finna have no 3-day material on me. No, sir.
Hey,
You're not
so-
finna get on stage and talk about this nigga eating taffy apple.
Hey,
No.
all right, so chat room, do we add Taffy Apples to the man code violation? Give me a bunch of ones if it's a yes.
All right.
Need to know.
Don't
Thanks,
move, Vernon.
Vernon.
All right, what else you got?
One last story.
Go.
And it's about sports.
Oh,
Impossible.
shit.
So Janoris Jenkins was.
Who? Janoris.
Am I saying his name wrong?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so. Ain't no nigga named Janoris.
Janoris Jenkins. I don't know.
Who's he playing
He's
for?
cut by Giants after using the R word, retarded,
Okay,
and he
yeah, you shouldn't say
refused
that.
to apologize.
Who did he
So-
call
Well,
retarded,
yeah,
though?
what was the
New York-
context?
Who did he call retarded?
It says he said he called a fan the R word, and then refused to apologize.
What was he retarded?
And this was on Twitter. That this happened. That he wrote this out, and it insulted the fan, and it went viral.
Is he
on
black?
social media. Who? The fan or the?
Footballer.
Oh yeah. Hello. You don't know him? He's a Giants player. You should know that.
What's his name? Janoris?
Janoris Jenkins.
Yeah, for the name alone, you should get kicked out of the league, nigga. Your name is Janoris.
Okay, it says, this is the definition of the R word. Less advanced in the mental and physical and social development that is usual for one's age. So listen, okay, so that's not an offensive word.
Well,
If I'm calling a person who's clearly doesn't have special needs, if I'm calling you the R word, what I'm saying is you acting beneath your age. Like you being
Right.
like a child.
But some people use the word, because I know I've used the word not to call somebody that. Like I literally did a YouTube video, how to cut tool by the bolt. How to cut tool, I make choo-choos.
Right.
And so I said something, and I said, oh, I'm so wrong. I said, I'm so retarded. Not thinking anything of it, continued on with my video. Literally have had like thousands and thousands of views on it, and people, you can't use that word. Do you know what you just said? Take that. Like,
F them.
I wasn't
look,
calling
fuck what
anybody
you was making,
retarded.
huh?
I'm the tool, nigga.
Like, it literally, I didn't realize. I was like, wow, I didn't realize, like, me saying
You went
that.
viral on
It's,
some
listen,
bullshit.
it's not. This is the thing, Shelly. This is what I know about people. They don't have a problem with the word. Everybody say the R word or retarded or whatever you want to say. The issue is people just want to attack people. They just they
Maybe
live their
okay.
boring life,
Yeah.
and y'all sit around waiting for somebody to do something wrong so you
Yeah.
can point the finger and seem like your life is better than it
Yeah.
is. Retarded is not a bad word. If you call somebody who has mental issues retarded, if you call them any name, that should be offensive. If you call somebody who has mental condition slow, we're gonna get rid of the word slow. But the word retarded just means if you a 35-something-year-old person and you act like a child, I should be able to call you retarded, by definition. So now we got some clarification, y'all.
And again, I think we do live in a
Or just stop
society,
saying it.
especially with the internet thing, is that people are looking for any reason to
Yeah,
get
that's
on and go,
what's up.
oh, look, what did she do? She walked like she was crippled and she's not. Or they'll see someone get parking a handicap,
Yeah.
have the sticker, and the person walks out and they get mad. Be like, well, I think, too, we're in a society that goes, that's not fair.
Right.
That's not fair. And I always tell my kids or say something like that or hear someone say that, I said, life is not fair. It's never been fair. So for you to say some little bullshit that happened in your little goofy ass life ain't fair, fuck you, you little half a motherfucker.
I don't know.
You piss me off.
Well, now
So he didn't want to apologize.
He should. He
I
still
mean,
should
he
apologize,
didn't, but
though.
then he shrugged it off and said it was just hood talk. Like, I don't think I mean, I don't know what he meant, but I'm thinking
he was-
he didn't mean to, like,
So he got kicked off
insult
the
them.
team or the league?
He got kicked off the team.
Yeah, I feel. Listen, Janoris, if you out there,
So-
dog, listen. I feel what you're saying, but you have to understand, man. You can't speak the way you speak to your homies in front of people.
Yeah.
There's
Or
a place.
fans.
Yeah, you can't. Like I said, not that he called them retarded, but you can't call somebody anything that's offensive at work.
Mm-hmm.
If you was working
Right.
at Target, nigga, and you call me a name, I'm gonna go holler at your boss.
Yeah,
nigga. Like,
you
got-
out, nigga.
Yeah, you got to get him out of here. Nigga.
Who? The
But
greeter. nigga. The greeter gotta go.
I think the fan said something and he responded, "I can only do my job, retard." Like, not. Or like, he could have said, "I can only do my job, you idiot." Like, I don't think it was like, "I'm gonna make fun of you." And
No, but I think, but just imagine, like, let's take away if he wasn't an NFL player,
Right.
if you work in any job, and even if I was getting on your nerve, you can't call me a name at work.
right.
Any job, your boss will be
You
like,
can't
hey,
call
you
me
got to take
retarded.
it.
I'll
Yeah,
be right back.
you
Look,
suspended.
I'm retarded. Watch this.
Yeah, nigga, I'm on Target in a minute, nigga. How about that? Yeah, so.
You won't be greeting in this motherfucker. Is that it, Shell?
Yes, but Seymour's saying to cover a story of a kid that got body slammed by the resource officer as he walked down the school hallway. I don't know what that is. Did you hear about that, Nick?
Say it one more time.
Look here. If you want to send a story, send a link, niggas. Don't just.
Uh,
you know how
This is
silly
a
read
kid-
shit.
OG Sleepy Low, nigga, you on time
It said a
out,
kid
nigga.
got body slammed by a resource officer. Let's Google that. Kid body slammed.
So he's
By
gonna
a what, officer?
A
Who's
resource?
take stories from offline and just go on and do it.
Listen.
You gonna
we
take
do
stories
this
from
for
these
the people. We
heathens.
do this for the people.
Well, how about Jay-Z snatching that
Oh,
phone
10
out of
hours
old boy's
ago. Must
hand
be
at the
this.
party?
At what party?
That was gangster.
At Fox?
I think the Diddy's party. Somebody was trying to record Jay-Z. He snatched it from him. Nigga, give me that, nigga. Just punked him. Shout out to
And
Ho.
look, and then somebody else with a phone recorded it.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Somebody recorded that nigga snatching the phone. Stupid. You stupid nigga. Listen, man, y'all gotta grow up. Quit snatching niggas. I love Jay-Z. You the homie, man, but you snatch my phone, nigga.
Yeah, I'm suing.
Hey, I'm a fall, nigga. Hey,
Yeah, I'm going down, nigga. You a billionaire.
look right at you, go airball. Nigga, you missed
Cause
out.
I know to call your lawyer for my bullshit is $50K right then, and the lawyer gonna say, "Hey man, Speedy won 100,000. He felt you pushed him. You probably didn't. Just
Yeah.
give him 50.
I'm like, nigga trip me and call me retarded, nigga, while I was on the ground. So I need that bread, man.
Him and Javaris.
Yeah.
What's the nigga name?
Janoris.
Janoris.
So this says a cop was working in the middle school and he was been suspended after video footage appeared to show him body slamming a student in the ground twice.
And what did the student do?
It says in the clip, the officer and people can be seen walking side by side when out of nowhere the man picks up and flips the child upside down, then slams him to the ground.
Oh, he was mad at him.
As the footage continues, the officer then bends over, picks up the child for a second time, and then dumps the youngster headfirst to the floor for a second time.
Oh, yeah, he
The
was hot.
clip ends as the officer drags the kid along the ground by his shirt and walks out of the shot.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go up there and catch his fade.
Only thing he'll
That's
be
it.
able to say, y'all don't know what he said to me.
Yeah,
That's the only thing he'll be
Right,
able
but
to
that's
say.
still, I mean, first of all,
Poor kid. How old is the kid?
12. And I'm like, you work at the school. Like, obviously teenagers.
Oh, he's probably he's probably had problems with that kid. That kid probably was like, "Fuck you, my dad's gonna beat your ass." He probably did all that shit,
It says the
and he
cop
finally
works-
got him by himself.
He says the cop works for the department for 2 years with no prior.
He working there no
incidents.
more.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's
That's his last day.
It's something about people when they get a badge on their chest, they start feeling themselves. That's why you always gotta
Even
remind
the-
people.
Even the mall cop.
Yeah, Target, police, everybody they get serious with the little badges, man. So I
That's
think
crazy.
at all times you gotta respect people.
And K-Dot's here. We can get here in a second. So
Yeah.
I'm at what's that shit? Walmart, and a lady walks out the door with a whole thing full of groceries.
Yeah.
And didn't pay for it?
Nope.
What you gonna
How do you
do?
know?
Because when I went up and I said, I guess to show my ticket, he said, well, don't worry about it. That lady didn't show hers. She walked out with a whole basket full of groceries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, come on.
And
What
nigga,
you gonna do?
But here's the basket, nigga. You got to load that shit in your vehicle.
But this is the thing, people. I'm not encouraged. Listen, the good book says thou shalt not steal.
Right.
So I stand firm on that. Don't steal.
But-
But here in America, nigga, if you take it and walk out, there ain't nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, they did. They did take this country.
There's nothing you could do. Like they can't grab you, they can't tackle you, they
No.
can't.
Because they knock you down,
Hey,
you
look,
finna get checked.
And if you really want to make some money, grab a bunch of stuff and just run to the front door, nigga. Don't leave. Just run to the front door and let them tackle you. You know what I'm saying? Then you can just sue him. Nigga. Like, nigga, I was just trying to get in line. Nigga.
Oh my god.
I didn't know which way to go.
Yeah, this nigga tackled me.
Horrible advice. Don't.
I was going to go get some money out of my car.
Yeah.
Come back in.
I was gonna leave it right by the door.
And you tackled me.
Y'all are horrible.
I will take a quick break. Shelly got the game out. Which game is that, Shelly?
I don't know. This is a game that you bought.
I know.
80s,
Ooh.
80s, 90s trivia game, and then a game called what? Which I'm looking
game
at.
called what?
It's called what? What?
Called what?
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 It's a game called what? Or what?
What?
What's the game called?
What is the what called?
What?
What is the game called?
What?
Is the game called?
Listen.
What is
So,
the answer?
Are we gonna go through some of the games when we come back?
Yes.
Yeah, I
All right,
pulled some
cuz
cards.
I see one says the 80s, 90s trivia.
Yes. And one is what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. We got to get that game. I'm so confused.
I like that.
We'll play a quick round.
All right. It is the Rollout Show. It is a Rollout Show with Speedy and friends, and I be Speedy up in his.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah.